Hey, welcome to Tabletop Skirmish Games. I'm Lee, and in this video we'll be taking a first look at Warcry Sundered Fate, the battle for the ravaging ruin. And that took me about 5 times to say, that's really hard, but how exciting is this? We got some great news for Warcry. The new set's been revealed, so we're going to have a good look at all the contents in this video. But let's get started right away and check out the video that was posted on the article. And look at this for an opening scene. There's some kind of priestess woman holding a heart above her head. How cool is that? And look at all these. We're going to get all the Chameleon Skinks as a warband. Some crazy looking creatures. So much to like about all this. It's just looking great. Chameleon Skinks lurk in ambush. So here we go. Here's a good look. We saw some of these not that while ago in another article where we got to see 2 of the models. But now we're seeing all of the warbands. And I think they've done a great job here. Not just on the 2 warbands, but these weird creatures that are included as well. There's another one. There's that model with the heart. Some awesome models. Now this is more like it. 2 fantastic warbands included. These new characters look fantastic with those jade masks, and we'll be having a closer look at the photos for all these models as we work through this video. But yeah, a lot to like here. I think this is going to be a really fun set looking at these 2 warbands. The terrain looks very similar to the first box set, but when we put it all together, I guess we're going to have a real nice spread across the whole tabletop. Oh, they're not messing around lately. That was a really good video. Some great shots there of all the models. Here's the box set so we can see the box art, which I think looks really nice. I do like the new branding for Warcry. I think it gives it a new flavour, a real nice update. Looking at the board underneath though, it doesn't look like there's a lot of terrain going on there. So there's not too much, is there? You're going to have to really be looking to combine it with the Heart of Ghur box set, I think. Here we can see a close-up of the main terrain pieces. So 3 main pieces, and there's going to be a couple of bridges to connect them and some scattered terrain as well. But certainly not as much as came in Heart of Ghur. That had 4 main pieces, a lot more bridges. So yeah, pretty sparse where the terrain is concerned. So it's going to be interesting to see the price point on this. Are they going to keep it similar to the other sets that we've seen released, but just put less pieces of terrain in there? I'm not sure. We'll have to wait and see. We can see some of the other smaller pieces of terrain, just a couple there, and that looks to be similar to what was in Heart of Ghur. So that might be a duplicate at the bottom picture there. Right at the top of the bottom picture with the skull, that looks like a duplicated piece. And although this picture looks really great, I think they've just done some nice photography there, cramming everything in close and even including other pieces in the background that came from Heart of Ghur. So yeah, I think that's going to be the downside for this box. Not too much terrain, but will the 2 warbands make up for that? Let's find out and have a look at the first one. So these are the Hunters of Huanchi. What are they doing with these names? I hope I've said that right. Hunters of Huanchi. The article tells us these are a stealthy band of Chameleon Skink guardians who are protecting the Eye of Kotek. And so they're going to have all sorts of different weapons. We've got spears, blowpipes, poisoned blowpipes, and they're going to come with those masterful guerrilla tactics. Now I'm counting 10 of these Chameleon Skinks in the main picture that we saw with the box cover. But here we're only getting to see 8 or 9 different models, so there could be another one in there that's replicated perhaps. But here's one with a blowpipe, the other with a shield, and what's that? Is that called a bolast? We throw those 3 stones? So there we go, there's another 2. So that's 6 different models that we've seen so far for the Chameleon Skinks, and here in the next picture we're going to see another 3, although that one on the right looks the same, doesn't it? So yeah, we're definitely getting 10 in the main picture, but we're only seeing 9 here, so expect to see another duplicate, I reckon. Now the Chameleon Skinks don't hunt alone. There's flocks of these trained terror wings to join them as well. So there's going to be 3 of those there, and there was 3 in the main picture, so that's really cool. And I think these are probably my favourite models out of all of them. They look brilliant. I think they've done a great job here, and so they're going to be really fun. Can't wait to see the fighter cards for them. Now let's have a look who they'll be going up against, and these are a cult known as the Jade Obelisk. And here's the first model taking that name quite literally, carrying around this huge Jade Obelisk on his back with a mysterious disc on the front as well. So these look really awesome. I'm really impressed with these models. Now this guy is an obelisk bearer, and they've described him as a hunched figure carrying a chunk of the colossal jade monument that first birthed the bird-like speaker. And here's the leader. This is the Nephrite Priestess, who feeds their self-made altars with bloody sacrifice. And there she is with a heart in her hand, which I think is just fantastic. Brilliant model, and it's got a bit of height there as well with that stepped base, so great job on that. This group comes from the accursed city of Nephrikar, and they've struck a doomed pact with an eldritch entity known as the Speaker in the Stone, and this pact is giving them resilience and extra power. Nothing's free in the Gnarlwood, and this is coming at a cost as their bodies are slowly turning to stone, so real nice theme there, and you can imagine they're going to get some different abilities maybe that are going to make them tougher, more resilient, the more damage they take maybe. That's something I'd like to see. This gets more interesting because their role is to pulverise the monuments and faces of all who oppose them with hammers and war picks. So that's pretty brutal. They're not going to be messing about in the Gnarlwood, and it's going to be a tough task for those little Chameleon Skinks to take 10 of these on, and this fierce looking bird as well. And this bird is one of their companions, and it's a demonic idolarch. That's a really cool feature to add in here. We're going to get like 9 cult members and then this demonic idolarch in there as well. I think that's a really nice idea that's really made these stand out, while also keeping them in line with the warbands of old that we liked from the original Warcry sets. The book that comes in this set is called Stealth and Stone. This is going to give us all the lore for these two warbands, everything we'd expect by now from these expansions, like the special rules, missions, campaign material that we need to get going. And don't forget, those core rules are also free. You can download them as well. So if you wanted to get this set as your way in to play in Warcry, you can download the up-to-date rules for free, and you'll have everything you need to play the game, except for the dice and tokens and things like that. This has to be one of the best reveals for Warcry for a long time. I think this is brilliant. They've got 2 excellent warbands in there, really good themes. The models are on point, keeping with the vibe of Warcry as well, with the cult warband. You've got these weird birds in there with the Chameleon Skinks, and some really great models. Well done. So very happy with these models. This one's fantastic with that beating heart in her hand, I think is brilliant. And then with this little companion model as well, that really gives a little bit of extra flavour to the warband. So brilliant all round, but just let down. There has to be a downside by that terrain. Not much terrain, very similar to the first box. I think that's the only downside. Is it good enough to buy as an expansion to go alongside Heart of Ghur, or a box set to get started with? I'm not sure. What do you think though? Let me know in the comments section below. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. I haven't been playing Warcry that much lately. I've been dominated by Kill Team, just starting with Star Wars Legions, but this could be the sort of set that gets me back into it, I think. Some really interesting models here that I'd love to play, so both of these warbands have got a lot of appeal. It's so cool to see Chameleon Skinks getting a refresh and getting these new models, which I think look excellent. But I'm more persuaded to go with the Jade Obelisk warband. I think they could be a little bit more up my street. They look really cool. I like the colours, I like the designs, and that heart in the hand is just brilliant. So I think, yeah, I'm pretty tempted by the Jade Obelisks. What about you? Which is your favourite out of the 2? Let me know. With so much cool stuff coming out lately from Games Workshop, other games too, I need a bit of a break really. I was almost hoping it would be not very good and then I wouldn't be tempted to get it, but it's a lot better than I thought, and they've nailed it with these 2 warbands. So yeah, could have done with a break. Hopefully it's not going to be released too soon, because I've just got the Kill Team set which I'm putting together. So yeah, I need a couple of weeks at least to get everything up and ready before I even think about getting stuck in with this. When I do though, I'll be checking out my sponsors and supporters, and a big thank you to Firestorm Games for sponsoring the channel and helping me to keep going with these daily videos. I'll put a link in the description down below where you can save up to 20% at their website, and hopefully we're going to get a discount code soon to share as well here on the channel, and so you can save a little bit more and put that towards this new Warcry box if it comes out next month. So look out for that coming soon. Until then though, thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. I loved making this one. It was really great to see this new reveal, and I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. If you did like the video, please hit the like button, subscribe for more videos like this one, and don't forget to hit that notification bell too to join me here next time on Tabletop Skirmish Games. I'd like to say a huge thank you to my Patreon supporters who make these daily videos possible, and if you're interested in joining the community, it'd be awesome to see you there, and I'll put a link for that in the description down below.